welcome back. Thanks for coming back to my channel. In case you can't tell, I have a cold, so sorry in advance for my voice throughout this video. As I promised a lot of people in the comments, I would do a quick unboxing and just a quick review of the FTZ adapter that you have to get with the Z50 if you want to use other lenses. The Z50 is a Z mount, of course, but if you don't have any Z mount lenses, which I don't except for the kit lens that it came with, you need this adapter. It, I believe, is $250 in most places. I got it for about $100 to $150 off buying directly through Nikon when I bought my Z50, which is pretty dope. So it's not that expensive. I mean, it's an added cost, of course, and no one really wants to pay more on top of a $1,000 camera. But I thought it was worthwhile, especially since I can use it with my Sigma 35mm 1.4 art lens, which is my go-to portrait lens. So anyway, this is the box that the FTZ comes in. I've already taken it out. I used it for a shoot about a week ago in DC. I actually almost forgot it, so that's just a con with this, that you have to remember to pack an extra adapter. So on top of all the other gear that you do have to remember the adapter if you want to use any of your other lenses. So that's a definite con, at least for me, since I already have a giant bag. But fortunately, the adapter itself is actually pretty small. So this right here is the adapter. As you can see, it's pretty thin. It comes with the F mount cap right here that you can see in the front, and then the Z mount cap that you can see here in the back. I will note that when I took this to DC for my shoot, I actually dropped it on gravel outside the Lincoln Memorial. And I was freaking out because I was like, is this gonna be broken? Like, no one knows how durable this thing is yet. It worked fine. It was perfectly fine. Thanks for quality, Nikon. It didn't break when I dropped it on the gravel. I don't even think there's a scratch, so I just got very lucky, maybe, who knows. So I used this throughout the entire shoot when I was shooting with my Sigma. I actually keep my Sigma and it packed together now, so the chance of me actually forgetting it again is very, very low. In order to connect them, you just take each lens cap off. So here, I will do this now. One moment. I always have the hardest time getting Nikon lens caps off. Is that just me? I never know which way to turn. Anyway, so as you can see, this is the inside. Ooh, hello. Wow, it's still catching my face in all of this. Okay. So as you can see, this is the inside of the adapter on both sides. It is, like I said, it's pretty thin. It adds probably 1.5 inches to your camera lens. So yeah, this is the adapter. It actually has notations on it of which mount is which is really nice. But yeah, I will go ahead and connect them so you can kind of see how they go together. So it snaps on just as if you're putting it on your actual camera, and ta-da! It is connected. You can see it definitely adds a bit more length to the camera itself. It has a release just like your camera does right here, where you will just pull and then turn to take it off. And then of course, this is the part that you actually mount onto the camera. One thing I will note is that using it on the Z50, a lens of this size feels a little weird. It's a little awkward. The camera itself is so light and so thin that when you have these two things on top of it, it can feel a little clunky in terms of balance and holding it. Fortunately, the Nikon Z50 has great ergonomics, so it's not that big of a deal, but there were times in which I felt like it was kind of hard to get the shot I wanted holding onto it a certain way because it was so top heavy. That said, I didn't feel any stability issues. I didn't feel like something was gonna break and fall off. It felt very stable and sturdy. It was totally fine. But it's just something to note if you have like one of those super long zoom lenses or something along those lines. I would suggest getting a mount that supports it. I think I saw one on small rig when I was looking for the small rig that I use now to actually support the FTZ adapter. So I would recommend that if you have a lens bigger or longer than this one. But yeah, it worked excellently. I didn't notice any pause, any lag in terms of shutter, click. I didn't notice anything out of focus. It seemed to be communicating perfectly fine with my camera, which was really awesome. So yeah, very impressed, really liked it. I'll include some photos here that I took with the Sigma 35 Art and the FTZ adapter on it. And you can see how sharp it was. It was totally fine. Granted, this is post-retouch and editing, but I used a very low high pass filter, maybe 1 to 2 points. So you can see how sharp it was. So that was my quick review of the FTZ adapter. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. So far I've had no issues working it with my NIKOR 50mm or my Sigma 35mm. I've really liked it so far. It works fine. Again, the only con is that it's just one more thing to remember and it adds a little bit more bulk to your camera. Otherwise it works as designed. and was great overall. So yeah, would recommend the FTZ adapter if you want to use any of your older lenses with your Z50. If you guys have any other questions about it, please just let me know in the comments. For all the people that got the Z50 for Christmas or the holidays or just for themselves, congratulations. I saw a bunch of you posting that you were gonna buy it on my last video. So if you got it and you've used it yet, please let me know what you think in the comments. I also saw that my last video got almost 1,000 views, I think last I checked, since I posted 2 weeks ago, and it's my first video ever. So I am really excited. That's really cool. Thank you to everybody who watched and all the new subscribers. If there's anything else that you guys would like to see, please let me know. Thanks again for coming to my channel. My name is Kate, and